Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. And the car we're having a look around today and giving a brutally honest review and look around on is the 2024 Honda Civic Type R FL8. Right, so as always, we'll start by having a look around the exterior, the interior, and there'll be some stats going across the screen as I'm talking to you, and then we'll give it a final score out of 50 based on a few categories. So starting at the front, so the Civic Type R has its own front and rear bumpers and body kit, of course. The FL8 comes with the LED headlights and daytime running lights, and this really nice kind of gloss black mesh honeycomb grille that kind of merges into the trim around the lights. Really like that as well. The bottom grille is actually black plastic, so I'm not really sure how I don't like the difference between the top and bottom. They could have done that gloss black as well. This is effectively a £50,000 car, so they should really have been doing that. We've got a vent in the bonnet here as well, and then that's that's plastic as well. And then just an overall look at the sort of front of the car. The nose sits very proud of the lights. If I can try and show you, that's a better angle for you. There you go. So it's different. It's different to the previous model. It looks less aggressive than the ones that have gone before it as well, I'd say. Anyway, that's enough of looking at the front. So moving round to the side, we've got these really nice twin spoke kind of matte black alloy wheels, 19-inch in size, with the big Brembo brakes behind there as well. These valves, actually, they're set back into the wheel, so they're at an angle, so I'm sure there's reasons for that. Got plenty of gloss black around the exterior of the car, so between the doors and the mirror caps, so it breaks up the rally red paint, as it's called. And they've also got these sort of side skirt extensions with these rear fins as well. Again, just the whole thing just looks really aggressive and purposeful. And then let's look down the side at the front there. Look at the width in those wheel arch bulges there. And same on the rear as well. I'm going to zoom out in just a second, but look at that for a side profile. Really aggressive. As we move around to the back, in fact, let me just flip the camera over to a wide angle because I'm a bit short on space here. 2 seconds. That's better, you can see a bit more now. So round at the back, so we've got 3 tailpipes, 1 in the middle, 2 either side, of different sizes. It sort of annoys me a little bit that they're different sizes. Why don't you just do them all 3 the same? We've got this is a little bit odd, this kind of colouring of the badges. It's almost like a sort of bronzy black kind of colour. And maybe it's just the light, but yeah, you expect those to be gloss black as well. And then there's no escaping it, the massive wing on the back there, which is basically the signature sort of spoiler of the Type R, really, against the other models. Let's have a look at the boot space, because this is a family car after all. There we go, plenty of boot space in there. What I really like about Hondas is you've got this kind of, try and do this with one hand, parcel shelf that isn't really a shelf, it's kind of a retractable thing there as well, so it just hides your belongings. Nice big old boot space here as well. And look there, look at those nice racy seats. We'll have a look at those in just a second. But yeah, really practical car. Pop the boot down. Doesn't take much effort to close it with the weight of that spoiler on top of it. And there we go, so that's the rear of the car done. And then again, just having a look down the driver's side. Looks really nice. Really like this red. I would probably, if I was going to choose one, I would go a little bit stealthy and I'd go black. Or they also do this in a really nice race blue, really bright blue colour as well. But I think my first choice would be black, although I do like this rally red. So let's have a look at the interior. Okay, so starting in the rear, we've got these really nice, I'm sorry for the lighting here as well, got these really nice seats with these red seat belts and these red carpets, very 90s Type R. Back of the seats there, I've got like a plastic trim on. Cup holder in the centre. I'm just going to jump in. Again, apologies for the lack of light. That's really nice. Type R embossed into there as well. Look at the dashboard from the rear. So we've got an Alcantara steering wheel, which I don't think has ever been fitted as standard on a Type R. Nice aluminium gear lever there as well. And then, of course, the Type R seats. Again, we'll have a look at those in just a second. But there's plenty of space back here. That seat's quite far forward, to be fair. But again, still got loads of room. Very nice. Do we have a centre arm? No centre armrest. That's interesting. Rear passengers. Well, I suppose it's a driver's car. You have to admit that. So, there we go. Let's have a look at the front then. Right, so these seats, as I mentioned to you just a second ago, are very special. Look at those. You've got absolutely no chance of being thrown out of that, have you, at all? It's a really nice soft Alcantara, although how well that'll stand up to constantly getting in and out of over the years, I'm not entirely sure. And you could apply that same thing to the the Alcantara steering wheel as well. What's that going to look like after 30,000 miles and 3 years of use? But that said, what an interior. Absolutely fantastic. Really like that. Let's jump in then and have a look. So, we've got the keys. So, let's start it up. So, you've got full digital dash in a Type R. I think this, I may be wrong, because I've not been in the previous one, but I think that's the first time I had a full digital dash. And then you've also got touch screen, so you've got all the normal bits and pieces. You've got your Apple CarPlay, your Android Auto, you've got your satellite navigation, which we've all seen. It might not pick up a signal while we're in the showroom here as well, but you've also got your smartphone connection there, Bluetooth, AM, FM, DAB. Quite a fast to respond system as well. We have no heated seats. That's where it would be in the previous model. Or in the standard model rather, but we do have dual climate control, which is fair enough. We've also got heated mirrors, front screen demister, 2 USBs and a 12 volt there as well. Yep, that's a 12 volt there. And then we've got the plus R mode here as well, which if we push that, we go into this kind of Type R setting. Everything's gone red. Don't know if the exhaust changed its sound. Let me just see if I can do a sound check. Yeah, I'm getting a few little pops and bangs there. I'm being a bit careful what I do here, so let me just flick this forwards into sport mode. So we can hear the turbo a little bit. Hopefully you can hear that. Again, can't really rev it too much because we are inside, so in fact let me just switch that off now. There we go. So as I mentioned, we've got drive mode, start-stop technology, hold, and we've also got electric parking brake, 6-speed gearbox, and that is a really nice gear lever to use. Really nice gearbox actually. I actually owned one of the FK2s Type Rs, and that had a really good gearbox. This is just as good. You really get a really nice feeling there as well. Don't worry, my foot's on the clutch there as well. 2 cup holders, and then what have we got under here? Just a little bit of storage there as well. And there we are. So again, passenger seat looking really nice. Really like these seats. Don't know if you can tell that at all. And then here we've got a unique number, Civic Type R 20731. So if anyone buys this car and sees this video, well done. You've got yourself an amazing car. And then we've got our SOS buttons and things up here as well. Right, I suppose let's move on to giving it a score. Right, so exterior design then. So, it is a little bit out there, isn't it? I suppose it's an acquired taste with the big wing and the wide arches. But for me personally, I really like it. So I like the gloss black, I like the big wheels. These wheels for me should be 20s though, I've got to be honest with you. They don't really fill the arches very well. I mean, look at that back wheel, that looks a little bit lost there. 20s would really fill the arches. And I think they fitted 20s on the previous model, if I'm not mistaken. Someone correct me on the comments if I'm wrong. And then also you've got the gloss black, half of the grille at the front and then the plastic at the bottom, which once you've seen it, you can't unsee it. And then I really like the exhaust at the back, although that should be all the same size exhaust if you're going to do it. Why have two small ones and one big one? And then I've got to be honest, I do like the wing as well. So I'm going to give this, for exterior design, 8 out of 10. For interior design then, so again, I really like the seats as I've mentioned. Don't know if I've mentioned that in the video already. I like the Alcantara suede steering wheel. And I think the interior is just a really, really nice place to be, and you know you're in a serious bit of kit there as well. So I'm going to give this, for interior design, just on the fact that it's got these red seats, I'm going to give it 9 out of 10. Build quality then, well, it's a Honda, so it's put together very, very well. The materials, as I mentioned, really nice materials. There's a few scratchy plastics, which again, you could argue it's a £50,000 car, but the dashboard's got nice sort of soft plastics on it. Really nice Alcantara around the steering wheel. Everything feels really solid and doesn't feel cheap or nasty. That's really nice. Again, the gearbox, really like that as well. And the infotainment system, well, Honda's famous for its really easy to use infotainment system. So we are going to say build quality, it gets a solid 8 out of 10. So equipment levels then, well, this is, let's not forget, a £50,000 car. So you've just seen a reversing camera there as well. We've got our satellite navigation, we've got smartphone connectivity, so that's the two main things that people want. We've got DAB radio, we've got dual climate control, but it is absolute sacrilege to not put heated seats on a £50,000 car or a heated steering wheel. Come on, Honda, that's just being tight, that is. So we don't have a powered tailgate or anything like that at all, but then it's not that sort of car. We don't have a sunroof. We do have these really nice seats, and again, manual seats. So I think for equipment levels, just based on the fact of how much this car costs and what you get for your money, and I know there's a big old engine up the front there as well, but you do want a few creature comforts. So this, for equipment levels, for this car has to get 5 out of 10. And then finally we move to desirability. So this car is in a market area that is shared by Audi RS3, BMW M135i, Mercedes A35 or 45, one of the two, I can't remember exactly. You're pitching it against the Germans, and with a price like this, you've got to make it you have to make it stand out. And it just doesn't against those. I mean, would you rather have one of those German brands, or would you rather have this? I'm not sure. Desirability. Well, it is a desirable car if you don't count all those others. And it is a very nice car to look at. I'm sure it drives absolutely amazing. But against the Germans, desirability, 7 out of 10, I've got to say. So there you go. So the final score going across the screen now. So let me know if you agree with what I've said. As I said, it's brutally honest and it's my opinion and my opinion only. If you have a different opinion, please share it with us. Do please like, share and subscribe. Pop a comment in if you've got one of these cars. Let me know what you think to it. Let me know if you bought one of its rivals. You just looked past this. You didn't think it was worth the money. Or if you did buy one, tell me why you bought it over the others. Really interested to know. But for now, thank you very much for watching the video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.